Good midweek to you. This is Pastor Ben Croston from Deerfield Friends Church. I'm glad you're here with us today, and we're here together for another midweek recap. We're doing something a little bit different this week. We're gonna, instead of making a little longer recap, we're gonna try to make some shorter video recaps. So here's the first one. This past week, our sermon message was on Jesus more than rules. He's more than just following all the rules. So I want to start off with a question. What do you get confused about in life? If you're human, you've probably been confused before. Maybe you're confused about what's going on in your own life, certain circumstances. Maybe you're confused about what's going on in somebody else's life, in their circumstances. Or maybe you're confused about some questions that you have, especially about God's stuff. Well, this week we're in Luke 6, 1 through 11. And for this video, I just want to focus on two little points that we made from this last week. So in Luke 6, 1 through 11, at the first part of it, Jesus is walking through some grain fields with his followers. And they were picking some grain and rubbing it in their hands. And some Pharisees saw them. And the Pharisees were like, hey, why are you doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath? Because they considered that work. They broke one of the rules in the Pharisees' eyes. And Jesus starts to answer, and he shows a few things. First, real questions. Jesus cares about real questions. The Pharisees asked a real question to Jesus. And Jesus' response is giving them something to think about that's out of the box. He opened up the scriptures to them to show them that, like, hey, there's an exception sometimes. So the first point this past week was that Jesus can speak to us out of the box, and he uses the scriptures. So we just want to encourage people, if you're confused about something, go to Jesus. He can open up the scriptures in your mind and show you something fresh, to bring you something peace about a question or something that you're confused about. And the second is, Jesus is Lord. To these Pharisees, this is how he ended out this little scene on this day. He said, the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. Meaning that Jesus, the sent one, that's why he's called Son of Man here. That's why he's calling himself, because he's the fulfilled prophesied one. And he has the authority to speak to our confusion. He has the authority to answer questions in our life. So just to wrap up this little video, it's an encouragement. Go to Jesus, who is Lord and knows how to answer everything in our lives with some peace. Even if it's the authority to tell you, lay this down. Don't need to worry about this. I can speak peace to it. So I hope that you join us for our next little video that's coming up here in a little bit. And I'm praying that you take some steps with Jesus today beyond the rules. That you know him as Lord, and that you know him as the one that wants to walk with you. With that being said, if nobody's told you today that they love you, we love you. Jesus loves you more. And I'm going to pray that you know that more. Have a good day.